Hey there, it's April from the Love and Loss Project, and I am just sitting outside right now, and I have my Desire Map Planner with me, and I was taking a moment. The Desire Map Planner launched today, and so that just got me thinking that it was time for me to take out my own copy of the Desire Map, which I will show you here. Hello, hello, hello. So what I'm doing is I just kind of decided to take a few minutes and sit out here and spend some time planning my next couple weeks. And I thought, you know what, I should really just kind of do a quick broadcast and share with people what I'm doing, because I think it's useful and I think that it is helpful for other people to kind of take a look at. So if those of you are not familiar with Danielle Laporte, I'll tell you a little bit about her because I absolutely adore her. She is my unofficial guru. She's somebody who I really just turn to her stuff for a bit of wisdom and inspiration and really practical tools at times. And so she has this book, it's called The Desire Map. And the whole concept, which I love, I actually did a blog post about this last October, I think. So the Desire Map, I shared the story where I got the book basically a few months after my daughter had passed away. And it was all about goal setting, and I got it because I was already familiar with Danielle Laporte and I loved her stuff. So when I saw that she had a book coming out, I picked it up. But when it arrived at my door, I was so not in the mind frame to kind of go anywhere near it. So my 5-year plans, I was always somebody that did a lot of vision boarding, a lot of goal setting. I always kind of did a lot of visioning in those kinds of ways. And, you know, after going through grief, I was so not there, right? So it arrived at my door because I'd ordered it anyways. And then it basically just collected dust under a pile of all kinds of other, you know, grief and healing work kind of books. And then I happened to pick it back up, and it really just hit home for me. So what it talked about, its main premise, is basically that we have goal setting completely inside out and upside down. So we tend to say, you know, I want to make X dollars a year, I want to go on this trip, I want to go and see, you know, this family member more often, or whatever that is. But what Danielle really walks you through in the book is this process of getting to the heart of the why are you doing those things. So her idea is that essentially what we're doing, which I really agree with, the whole reason why we want those things is because we think that we're going to feel a certain way when we get there. So I want to, this is my goal, but I want to lose 5 pounds because I think when I get to 5 pounds later, I'm going to feel better, I'm going to feel more confident, I'm going to feel more free. And so what she kind of takes you through is looking at what is it that you're actually trying to get to. And then maybe there's a way that you can get around that and start to weave some of that into your daily life now before you reach X number of dollars, before you reach X number of pounds, before you've paid off your credit card or whatever that is. Maybe you can kind of let yourself land there now. And I really love that idea because it really kind of got underneath some of the things that we're all chasing, and to say, what are you chasing really? What is it that you're actually trying to create? And it might be that that's X number of dollars a year. It might be that that's getting into better shape. But to do that in a way that's a little bit more wholehearted and a little bit less about striving and more about authenticity. So the book walks you through this process of getting clear on what she calls your core desired feelings. And it's this huge list and a bit of a really thorough but excellent process. So my core desired feelings are vibrant, connected, free, and inspired. And when you kind of look at my work, and you know, for people that know me, I feel like that's really reflected in kind of the work that I put out there and what I do, because that really is the nucleus of what I'm about and what I'm trying to create. And so the planner that is launching today is, and this is kind of my last year's copy, but they've got their 2017 coming out. So the planner walks you through all of that. So it still has all of the things that your typical planners have, but then it has all of this other really incredible stuff. So it says, it starts you off each month with looking at what your core desired feelings are. And then the idea is, what will you do to generate that stuff now? And I think, you know, my initial reaction when I saw the book was that this is so not where we're at right now after grief. But having gone through it, I think it's exactly where we're at right now, because ultimately we're having to recreate a life worth living again. And ultimately, I think there's an opportunity to do that in a more wholehearted, authentic, deeper way. And so, and I think that these things also become our lifeline, because I talk about the idea that when you're in grief survival mode, it is, you know, often the actions come first and the feelings come second. I don't really feel like getting out and going for a walk, but I know that doing so is more likely to help me generate a feeling of calm, or a feeling of gratitude, or a feeling of confidence, or a feeling of comfort. So actions first and feelings second. But hers adds on that other layer of just kind of moving this through in a little bit of a different daily organized way. So for instance, what she talks about here, and I can just kind of show you, to generate my core desired feelings, I'm going to try to take a look at here, to generate my core desired feelings and fuel my intentions and goals, I will. So no need to focus on the details here. You think big. What are you doing to feel the way that you want to feel? So that's the biggest question, right? And I think that this is the part that is critical to grief survival. If you want to feel better, that's not just gonna happen, right? There's that idea of time takes care of things and time heals all things. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think time moves forward, and that's kind of all it does, for the most part. It takes the edge off the pain, but it doesn't neutralize it. That's the part where our own actions come into play. That's the part where our daily choices come into play, which I think really is about making the decision that you want to feel bigger, you want to feel expansive, you want to feel better, but it's that decision that comes first. So I just want to share with you, because I'm just kind of taking a moment to go through this stuff on my own, and I was like, hey, you guys might be interested in what I'm doing, because I think that this stuff can be really useful and really handy. So the stuff, of course, is on my site, because like I said, I've been a big fan of it for a long time, and if you haven't been to my shop, check it out, because I really did curate what I feel like is some of the best resources for people who have experienced baby loss, because it really, I found in my experience, it was hard to find stuff. It took a lot of digging, it took a lot of effort. So what I have on there is what I think is just kind of really a one-stop place to find what you're looking for, whatever that is. So of course my baby loss survival guide is on there. I'm going to talk to you more about that, because I am really super excited about what that is, and the feedback that I'm getting from people on that, which is amazing. Do you need to read her book in order to order the planner? No, because it actually, that's a really good question. You can. The book, I think it's like $15, and it is really good, but the planner kind of walks you through it anyways. I think the book is just really lovely to have around, so I would always encourage people to check it out anyways. And her site has tons of free stuff too. But the planner, it really, it's a nice one. Yeah, it really is. So for me, it really just is a tool, and I think it works as a really standalone thing. So even if you knew that your core desired feeling was, I want to feel alive again, right? The question kind of becomes, what are the things that you can do present tense to reconnect to feeling alive again, to reconnect to your life? So maybe that's getting out in the sunshine, maybe that's going and seeing friends that you've been avoiding, maybe that's going back to work, right? Whatever that is. So it just kind of helps you to literally build some of that into your day a little bit more. So it's worth checking out. So for me, I think it's a great tool, and it's one worth sharing, and for me, it's one worth putting on my site, because I think it's good. So that's really it for me for today, and I will see you all next time. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing so much the every Friday at 1 o'clock Periscopes, but I'm just going to be doing these a little bit more from time to time, just to kind of share with you a bit about things I'm doing in real time. So, because this is all about kind of the shared journey and the shared experience, so I'm just kind of taking a bit of time here and now to share with you the stuff that I know works. So take care of yourself. Thanks for coming by. I'll see you guys next time.